Peace, family. The dark lady is in the building. And I want to reiterate and move forward on frequency and dealing with our ancestors at this time. Yes, I have a soft lamp on. No, I don't have a bright ass light on because I don't want lead lighting to drain my life force energy right now. I just basically want to take a quick second to talk to you guys about um, focusing on your intentions and what you want the outcome to be. And if you're having a hard time doing that on your own, I'm going to recommend sound that will help you to reprogram your DNA, reprogram your subconscious mind so that it will align with your conscious mind. Because right now, today, we need to express gratitude for being free of an oppressor or a ruler at this time, like for real. So take this time out to remove any type of stress, any type of anxiety from your body, from your mind, from your frequency. Samhain just passed, Halloween just passed, the veil between this world and the ancestral realm is thinner. So, why not focus on calling on our ancestors? Because right now, we need their ass. I'm just being for real. So, when we connect with our ancestors, um, we are usually awake and we can't get to them, you know, and it's important to be able to connect with them on frequency. If you guys have mugwort in your home, definitely boil that with some tea, as a tea. Some people are all caught up in the taste. Well, use honey. You know, um, if y'all dealing with respiratory problems, we're gonna nip that in the bud by recommending some mullein. You can boil that as a tea and drink it and keep it moving and stop worrying about these genetically modified viruses that only affect a few people. It doesn't affect everybody because I was with somebody for 2 weeks in their home and longer who had it, got rid of it, back to work. It's a new day, you know. I also want you guys to not allow yourselves to be distracted at this time because the whole thing is to manipulate you with you watching over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. In law of repetition is called programming. So when you're watching these this election thing, don't get caught up. Don't allow yourself to get distracted. It's just a sad shame that we would sit there and fret over or stress ourselves over who's going to rule you next. Like, govern yourself, you know, and let those who feel they need a leader to be led by those people. But if you know better, you're going to do better and you're going to see through, the BS. Don't allow yourself to say, well, hey, I need to go, you know, um, put in this ballot for somebody that I wouldn't allow around my children, around my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. The whole country is literally arguing over being led by two people that most of us wouldn't even leave alone with our daughters, our nieces for 5 minutes, our granddaughters, sniffing and rubbing all up on kids. Like, who does that? Like, are you really comfortable with that? We have enough women in this era already going through trauma from molestation and rape by people in their homes, or mama's boyfriend or somebody who you just randomly meet and call them uncle so and so. Like, no, we need to try to protect our children from this type of predators. Once when you think about what life is, what life force is, what the energy is that's existing within you. You have to understand that our creator is not a jealous God, neither one of them. Um, we were made with a nose and a mouth to breathe, not to have our oxygen literally cut from us for 8 hours a day if you're in the workforce or things of that nature. These are the questions we should have been asking. No matter who gets in office, is the mask going to come off? Or are y'all going to try to force vaccinate? Because ain't nobody with that bullshit. So y'all need to pick your struggle and know that a lot of people out here are awake and we're not putting up with the bullshit. Like, I don't care how you feel about it. We're not doing that. I'm not going to pick a poison. And, like earlier today, the first thing my neighbor pulls out because she's dealing with the polls and stuff like that. You're not going to let me put in no last minute ballot for no Democrat because that didn't come from my people. Why are so-called black people Democrats in the first place? You know what I'm saying? America was built on a republic, and I didn't come off no boat. They came off a boat over here with the bullshit. So at the end of the day, this is my land, you know? As Malcolm X said it, we ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. So during this beautiful moon, we want to focus on moon rituals. And the moon that we're working with right now is the wanting moon. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to focus on that wanting moon for a valid reason. The one is gibbous moon, which is current right now after the full moon. While the light of the moon is wanting that, like basically you want to pay close attention to any energetic leaks or blockages holding you back from expressing the actualization of what you desire as a result. And you want to let go. If you're dealing with a toxic relationship, let it go. If you're dealing with problems on your job and put a protection up, over your finances, put a protection up over your business, make your intentions be the outcome, the change that you want to see in the world so the universe can make that decision to help you create that experience. We have to be what we know. We can't allow others to do rituals against us to make us follow. Because just think about it. Just a few months ago, George Floyd couldn't breathe, and then you during this pandemic with a mask on and you can't breathe either. You know what I'm saying? So like you really have to think. And I honestly believe if we can think, we can save ourselves and stop following public opinions. If you want to develop yourself spiritually, cut the damn news off. Stop believing and understand and trying to rationalize with public opinions and those um, people who are running the television, the networks, the news. You know, are they really telling you the truth because they're the news, because they make it all flashy and cute and dramatic and overly excited? Like, no, like we're doing all of that. But do you realize that you are being distracted right now? Like, you're really being distracted. And it's a waste of time. Nobody has time for that. So definitely put your intentions into what you want the next week to be like. Since the moon is wanting so strong, how do you want your life to move forward? What type of normacy do you want? Do you want normacy of a mask? Like, we don't need that to be the new norm. Like, a lot of people are about to get sick. Now, you telling me a person wearing a mask all day, they washing their hands and all this stuff, and they still end up sick? Why? Because you need oxygen. Breathe, motherfucker. You have to breathe. And if you have restricted oxygen, you don't have no oxygen going to your brain, and then you're watching the news and all this other bullshit, and you're unable to think for yourself. So it's like remove that fucking mask off, take that shit off, do some deep breathing, let the oxygen flow to your brain and throughout the rest of your body. Go outside in the grass, ground, chi, pull it up into your body. Because if you don't want to realize, if you don't want to believe what I'm saying or a so-called conspiracy theorist, guess again because it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to understand when somebody isn't imposing on your human right to breathe. Come on. Y'all worrying about George Floyd, but hell, he gone already. And y'all gonna be next if y'all don't take that fucking mask off. Like a freaking bus driver tried to make me pull a mask up over my nose. So now that I'm forced to catch the bus when I have to, I don't wear a mask. I wear a shield over my face and I can still breathe. If you're going to do it like that so they can shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like you really have to change the game. Don't let people make you descend. You know, we're in 2020. This is supposed to be the age of ascension where a lot of people are waking up. So let's wake up. Let's think for ourselves. Stop waiting on somebody to fight back and forth to say who I'm going to control. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to deal with the population. No, you deal with yourself. You learn your diet. You learn how to grow your own food. You learn how to create your own medicine. You don't have to wait around for no pharmaceutical or nobody to do it. And I don't know how any simpler way to put it. Well, I'm just saying. Me and Yoda, we're dead ass serious about this shit. Like, it's time to wake up. It's time to awaken the Jedi within yourself and know that only you can save you, not a vote result. We're not waiting around for that. Don't wait around for somebody else to control you. Get up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't forget to fight. Because it's going to come to a point where somebody is going to force their will upon yours. And if we were born with free will, then we should exercise the free will to freaking breathe. Get a box from the doctor's office that talks about the mask and the fact that it does not prevent COVID. Because I proved it to an officer going to work. He walked away mad, but he couldn't do shit. So at the end of the day, exercise your right. Provide nature of discovery. Let them prove to you that it prevents COVID because everybody I know wearing a mask getting sick. Um, why are they getting sick? Because they're breathing in their own carbon dioxide. Their own cortisol is being released from their bloodstream. So they're dealing with a lot of anxiety. People are on the edge of their seat, like, who's going to win? Who's going to rule me? Who's going to control me? Stop. Stop. Think. Y'all worrying about the presidents. Worry about the Senate. Worry about the people that create bills that impose on your right. That's where the focus needs to lie. Because now we still should be in a position to vote for Senate, congressmen, congresswomen, or so forth. Focus there because they are the ones who are creating laws. And if this law imposes on your right, you can say, well, we're not voting for this judge or we're not voting for this prosecutor because this is not fair for the whole in population. Know your rights. And if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. It's getting late. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll holler at you guys on another day. Let's see what our intentions is bringing us this week. And I'm definitely going to follow up. I'll holler at you guys. Peace and love. Keep your thoughts on high. Don't get distracted. Don't allow bullshit to get to you. It's time for us to master ourselves so that we can ascend to a higher frequency. And that makes it easier for our ancestors to help us. You're awake, you got a lot going on in your mind. Play you some 417 hertz, play you some 528 hertz. And while you're listening to those, you talk to those ancestors on that frequency, letting them know what your intentions is, what you want your outcome to be, so that we can usher in a golden age, because we're trying to be pushed into a dark age. I'm the Dark Lady. I love you guys. Once again, I'm out. This shit getting on my fucking nerve, dealing with humans.